Just not sure we do. 50% of that is 45, so it does 135 damage. This guy will survive 135, right? Like that? So this gives us 2. Not getting shuffled? That seems okay. Alright, Rallying Horn after. Feels a little bad. Made triple P a little birch. Sad days, man. Alright, Bone catapulted up. We still have this stupid thing to deal with, doing fire damage in the back. Can we survive a hit from fire in nature? Nope. You survive 1 hit from that. Filthy Robot is wounded though, right? So like that. Okay. Alright. Let's see if we can get through these champions. Kind of annoying that the second trap is after everything else. We get no enrage bonus. They're not going to have any stacked penalties. They might have stacked penalties there. It's pretty unexciting though, the trap order placement. Oh, I didn't take into account the fucking enrage for any of those fights. I'm sure it'll be 100% fine. Not fine. Rip. Rip. Not ripped yet. Okay. All I wanted was 2 actions there, so that's fine. I know. We were just talking about fire prior to this fight, how I'm like, I don't have any fire resistant units. So we get the Pyromancer elite. Extra rounds ticking though is good for us, so. Actually fairly tanky, these little skeletons. I really want to get rid of, I mean, I guess we get enraged anyways because of the Bone Dog, which I've been forgetting this entire playthrough, but I guess it would really be nice to get rid of the other one. Dude, our ghost is just gonna wreck him. Is it only skeletons to get the enrage? I thought it was future. I gotta read the Bone Dog again. Transform a group of monsters into... This is level 2 Orc Sorcerer. Transform the group of monsters into random skeletons. That's actually not even terrible for us. Second level Magic Purse would be nice. I think it's just this party. Okay. This guy was very high damage, but he was like high fire damage. This is fire resistant, mind you. We just magic purse. Magic purse. Okay. Good talk. All right, trainers, merchants, and events. We kind of need to get that merchant going. Kind of need to get the engineer going. Need some cash. Purse is my favorite of the things to get. We need people. What would we be training? This guy's already away. We don't really care about increasing that. We'd be training Triple P only. Who hasn't been so exciting that I care. Can get money out of the alchemist though. Just have to actually buy some people. Alright, let's buy somebody. Fire resist. Fire elemental or succubus. They're both 50% fire resist. There's also the trap that I wanted. It's pretty nice. I don't think either of these things do this guy's fire, air. This guy's fire, air. I don't remember either of their HP scaling very well. This one's faster. But is it helpful? We were literally just tanking damage. Do we care the speed? Definitely taking that. I need just people right now, so I'm taking the fire elemental. Okay. Alchemist, we need cash. Okay. I'm gonna engineer that. The pile of bones. They also upgrade Pandora's box. I'm not sure I need both of these. This one is just so much direct morale damage. I think Pandora's box was if we didn't get the other one. Alright, veterans in the Aztec ruins are fine. We need some time. Healing 3 would be quite nice. Do you take maybe a weak fight then? This is a very weak fight. Okay. Yeah, we've lost a couple of runs on pure greed. Let's go from here for veterans. All right. That's a really good question about the orc transform units not getting morale buffs. So far, transform units don't seem to take morale buffs, so probably not. All right, this person heals 50% morale back, and killing a monster gives 20 morale back to all heroes. See, you get a unit like this, and you're just like, this is cheating. They're going to kill monsters. This is inevitable. Passive, prevent monsters from coming back to life. I see. Okay. So our second trap is after all of our fights. Disappointing. Get them demoralized. Skip the first fight entirely. Debuff them. Cast spells on them. Forced to fight them. Alright, doing air to the front. Air to the back. Nature everywhere. Oh, but they shuffle us. Okay. A lot of morale, too. Not very clear where they were going to be gone from. $85 applies vulnerable. Okay. Faster than us. Nope, we're faster than them. Okay. Did we get it demoralized in that round? We do. We get 1, so we can run pile of bones. Okay. I tried that, Calandris. It makes sense that you ought to be able to do that, but it doesn't. With 1 unit, it doesn't draw the shuffle. So you could probably throw 2 in there and draw the shuffle, but I'm not sure that's good enough. I had this exact same thought, though. I'm like, that seems like a reasonable thing to do. But it wasn't. Ghost to front's kind of bad. Although we are 60 air resist. So maybe we're okay to do 1 round of scaring. No, we weren't okay to do that. Fuck. So we got a little screwed on the RNG for where they ended up here. So the thing is, I don't really want to be in this round anymore. I want just to be dead immediately. Because I don't want their demoralized to go away for the next fight. I don't know. Maybe it's okay to go away a little bit. Just every round they get... Every round and every kill they get stuff back here. Dude, they're like full morale right now. And our ghost is gone already. They're literally full morale. That's not very good. Just, like sometimes I look at a unit, I'm just like, really? Just like hard counters a strategy that's carried you this far entirely, huh? Do we have any other hard fights? No, not even remotely close. And the keeper will get 1 shot by this, and you go, really? There's no way the keeper beats this. I'm gonna what? Try to kill it? I don't know. I don't know what the prep work looks like for that, right? Like, how do you avoid that? It's not like we're swimming in resources. I mean, our resources are good because we've had such a successful set of runs prior to this. But like, our resources aren't good enough that we can invest in like a whole extra team of leveled monsters. And I don't know. But which week do we stop taking veterans, Nobu? Like the last, we just fought a champion, and the champion was steamroll face roll, right? Alpha game being alpha, maybe. All right. What week was that? Only week 71. Boo. All right. Team size about 12, but it costs you to make team size. Team size, our team size there was 11 anyways, I believe. So. Bummer. Rip run. All right. Enchantress run next. Something a little bit different. Go. Lost monsters can do both morale and health damage. Maybe. All right, we tried the conversion thing and it was all right, but not exceptional. Okay. I like the additional damage dealt to units that are poisoned or burned on this unit, so I'd like to get to there and there. This takes a lot of points though, right? This and all this shit's bad. So let's probably get to here. And natural weakness is really, really good. This is 5-7 to get to that. This makes tree ants halfway not shit. Oh, it's not. It's 2-5-7 to get to there. We don't have enough to get to there. So we could take dealt to monsters and heroes. Frostbite damage increase in case we end up with frostbite units. So this is currently additional damage dealt to frostbite units. A time over area of effect or dots apply 30% extra stacks some of the time. Or 30% of the time apply an extra stack rather. Buffing this thing's not great, but buffing the other spell is fine. So what does this work? Sometimes flamboyant lightning can burn. It's not even it's percent based too, which is kind of shit. Thank you, Tennessee.
So what's this all
You're
about?
defending dungeons, apparently. Killing a hero with master spells applies enhanced resistance to the next group of monsters. Do I want that? Is that good enough to care about? Do I care about damage dealt to monsters inflicted by frostbite? Like, what if we instead end up like this? Definitely the burn one's good enough. I don't know if that's good. They're acting like it's very good. Probably is. So we take like one treant here. Unupgraded treants are really crap though. Literally just a fodder unit. Which is okay for the first couple rounds. I don't hate having a fodder unit. Maybe this then. Alright. Adventurers, yes. We'll take adventurers. How do I feel about this? So what do we end up getting on this roll? Two succubus. I think two succubuses always start that way. I'm pretty sure you always get an earth elemental. Pretty sure you always get a fire elemental and always get an air elemental as well. I don't know what the random ones are. This guy sometimes isn't here, so presumably he's one of the random ones. Okay. Alright. That means you get an ice elemental instead of an earth elemental. Fire, frost, nature, air, decent resists. Okay. You like Shield Skelly? I don't really like bleeds. And you can only ever focus front line. And front line is like 75% of the time there's a fucking berserker on the front line who's basically immune to physical. Alright, they're doing air. Physical on the back. Are they gonna shuffle me? They're not. They're gonna dodge the first trap. Physical on the back. Air to the front. Wasn't this also our air dude? That sucks. 30% air is okay, I guess. Armor, not armor, so we can kick it back like that. Okay, and AoE ice damage is pretty bad news for this girl. But equally bad news for pretty much everyone else. Okay. Alright, how are they on poison resist? Pretty bad. You get 2 traps here, but why don't we just do two burning traps? Seems good. And then air to the back. Ice everywhere. Physical to the back, rather. My other physical tank was you. Ice to the front work? No. Okay. Am I enjoying this so far? Yeah, something a little different, Pen. I haven't figured out if it's all RNG or not. My run ending stuff seems to be sudden and out of nowhere, with not a gradual depletion of my resources, but just like a dead. Stop fucking healing. And the dominant strats seems to be the same. I don't know, we're unlocking more talents in the trees, so maybe they get a little bit better. I want to slow them down again. They're not slowed yet. They are going to go this round, though. Probably do. Especially since the back person's pretty resistant to ice. Which half-naked elves don't really seem ice resistant, but what do I know? Almost stopped them here, but all 3 of us took damage. It's not great. Isn't it always better to put Poison Frog closer to your minion over Furnace because of the way poison stacks? No, it's not. Since you also need time for a lot of the ticking to get their maximum effect. Like, I understand that poison stacks harder. In other words, as you get more stacks, you're taking more damage as well per tick. But it's still not better to have it there. Why wouldn't I want that sooner? Alright, we can just kill him outright here. Seems good. Alright, do we want Cogs as Enchantress? Holy shit, yes we do. We also want Magic Purse, but this is so good. You do so much trap damage as Enchantress. God, they're both really good. Alright. Engineer. Upgrade our traps, you say. Okay. Poison Cloud is really busted. Fire Trap's pretty good too. I haven't found a better damage trap from the extra ones. You can get like an electricity one, you can get a single target fire one, but neither have seemed any better. So JBK12345, thanks for the sub. Okay. 2 upgrades there. Don't have enough money for a course. Maybe should have paid some attention to that. Would we like to take the troll beer? I mean, I guess. Would I like to take a second course? Yes, I very much would. How about an event instead? C. Thompson for the 29 months. Thank you. Feed them thighs for gold. Seems good. We've got a fight now. Let's spread the fire resist out like that. Okay. It's better traps for the engineer. The engineer's not unlocked yet, right? All right, so this is Mr. Poison Rogue to the front, very, very fast. Back air damage and AoE fire damage. Do we survive this first hit? Yeah, but I'm not sure we survive this skill. Oh, we get shuffled too, fuck. All right, so we want you anywhere but the front, you anywhere but the back, and you anywhere but the middle, question mark? I want you in the middle, right? You can't be in the back. And we want you... Don't want you in the... We want you in the back, ideally. Eh. I guess if I had to take it, it would be this way. Alright. And we want to poison their ass. Any of them resistant to traps? No. We get a elemental debuff though in a second. Does it matter? This thing's basically immune to everything. We actually get more value out of fire first, except the timing is bad for the poison cloud ticks. Bad on the burn ticks too. There's no way. We're going to do more damage out of the poison up front too, right? Okay. Alright, they don't shuffle us here. They're doing air, nature to the front, air to the back, fire everywhere. Okay. I think they get stopped in the second room anyways, though. We'll see. Traps behind our mobs suck. Always sucks that way. It takes a lot more damage in the room. Okay. Shuffle is where we want it to be. Great. Well, I didn't check to see how far the infection would spread. Sometimes forget she doesn't actually AoE. I don't think we get a second action here though, because I think this kills us. Yeah. Is it better to debuff them? Probably. They're pretty nature resistant though, and the resist buff's gonna help us. They're also fairly fire resistant. We're gonna do fire and nature damage in the next round. I think the debuff is just so powerful to have 5 rounds of elemental debuff. Magma Ball the back, 50% resist or dot them both. It's only a 1-turn dot at level 1, which is pretty unexciting. Debuffing back nature would be nice. Kill it. Is it acted yet? Acts before us. It's doing AoE fire. I think killing the front is pretty good. Why did they take damage in the back? Was it just dot on their turn? Alright, second trap never comes into play. Feels a little bad. Alright, we can get an ice elemental. We have ice resist, but the elementals are kind of where we want to be for just all the elemental damage. And get a mortar. Only hits back. Hits it for extreme fire damage. Really? Only hits back? If I could upgrade like 6 different traps simultaneously, that would be fine. I'd have some options, but you never get that. Like, you don't have the resources to do that. I don't like how this only hits front. So it's a tank that only hits front, and it's tanky to ice and armor. It's not that good. Is the mortar good? I don't know. It looks like a very high single target fire damage, which doesn't seem great when we're trying to do AoE damage to kill everything. It's tough to say though. I mean, if it has high base damage, we get more absolute damage out of it with our modifier. This guy's probably worth more than 128 gold to begin with, but We do need to upgrade some people. I'm going to take the gold. Gold's always good. All right. We got trap upgrade, then business trip. Other way around. Trainer, then business trip, then... Oh, man. That sucks. So we have 3 ways to spend that are good. Trainer, engineer, and 2 ways to generate, which are good. We need to heal there and there. And here. 7 still. We're going to send 1 off on a business trip. We're probably taking the blood damage if we can for gold. So these aren't happening. So we decide with 732, do we want to train or do we want engineer? Traps are so good on this class, and we already have the 1 trap thing. I'm going to take engineer, I think. And get these up to 3. Okay. I recommend this game. I know nothing about you. I have no idea what types of games you enjoy. No idea what your financial situation is. No idea what your time is like. No idea anything about you. Would I recommend this game to who? I don't know, man. I'm enjoying it. I'm a variety streamer, play a lot of different games. It's something different. I'm only a couple days into it. You can kind of check out the gameplay with me on stream, but I don't know how to advise you on it. Take the business trip. 191 gold and 20 or merchant prices reduced. We haven't really messed with reducing merchant prices. I feel like the merchant is kind of a last ditch thing though. We could send the useless treant away for gold too. Well, let's take the highest value resource this early. We're gonna take HP loss. Another engineer event. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the gold. Let's get our traps to 4. All right, level 4 traps as Enchantress always seem insanely good to me. Take the veterans on. The game requires a lot of quick math. It seems not super well balanced to me at the moment. I'm enjoying it, but it's pretty early days. I don't really like the graphics, although a lot of people are exclaiming that they do like the graphics, which is throwing me a little bit. Mixed bag for me. Fun. I'm having fun with it, which is worth quite a lot. Alright, so this is air resistant, air and nature resistant. This is nature and fire resistant. One of these is cold resistant, and one of them is probably like that.
You have returned.
Okay.
My resub button and subiversary have gotten desynced. Not sure how.
Weird, Tomulus. Thank you for the 19 months, Tom. Alright, like this, I guess. Watched me mostly when I played Civ 5 and Battle Brothers on YouTube. It's nothing like Battle Brothers. It's nothing like Civ 5 either. Totally different type of game. Alright, so they walk into traps first. Dodge the effect of the first trap, but is fire resistant. So I'll probably drop a fire trap. Then they walk into our group. They're doing frontal air damage, frontal nature damage, backfire damage. Frontal air, frontal nature. Which apparently we don't have that combination. There's air nature. They're not shuffling me. And backfire. Okay. And we're gonna trap them again. And then they're gonna be doing backfire, frontal air, frontal nature. Okay.
I'm waiting for you.
And then we'll wait for them. Kind of annoying that this guy, whoa, that burn will do basically nothing. I mean, better the burn than the poison, I guess. Freezing breath for next round. We're going way after them. Does it impact anything? 90 minus 40 is 55. Doesn't change a fucking thing. Do I want to ice block the back then? Sure. How often do you win? How many battles do you have currently? How often do I win? Do you mean the entire game? I haven't beat the entire game yet. Do you want to debuff this dude or debuff that dude? Versus last boss. Yeah, I haven't beat the game yet, so I have never won versus the last boss. Do any of these people heal at the end of the fight? They don't. So the trap room is going to kill this person already. So probably I should do frontal damage then. Okay. Magical brambles. Yeah. And our fat frog takes the win. Well done, fat frog. Excellent. Pandora's box. Morale debuff. Another poison cloud. I wonder if 2 poison clouds is just more broken than poison cloud nature fire resist. I bet you it's so stupid some of the time. Do we want to level up another poison cloud though? We have invested 0 so far in our units, and we need to get HP on our units. We will run into poison immune units. We fight poison immune rogues all the fucking time. Yeah, the ninjas, exactly. Try it as something new. It's not new though, it's just more of the same. I think the opposite. I think we invest in our heroes now. Alright, double courses, great. Demon Soldier, 375? That's so expensive. You're not even very good. Can't afford it. I don't know why I clicked on it. Rip. Okay. Business trip or plunder. Business trip. 8 weeks for the fire elemental. That's a very good one for us if it triggers. We are doing almost pure elemental damage. 10 weeks is a long time. It's a lot of resources we're passing up. But let's invest in our future. More plundering. Upgrade a trap. Find an artifact. Set a monster free. We're gonna find an artifact. We found an artifact. It's never happened. Holy crap. There are 4 artifacts on week 15. It's a lot. Alright, we need people. You're kind of a person. Not really. Wounded, wounded. Wounded. Like this. Oh, we have another succubus. Like that. Like that. Okay. Yeah, there will be enemies with poison immunity. Not these guys. So they're gonna walk in and get poisoned. Poisoned or burned? Any of them flip it? None of them flip it. Debuff helps us. So they have plus 30, minus 5, or plus 45, minus 45. So they're basically net neutral to fire, and they're slightly resistant to nature. So I should fire first, I guess. We're not going to be able to resist debuff them before they get into the second trap anyways. Alright. Physical to the front, nature to the front. This guy does go after that, so he just dies. Armor, 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 so we can piss back the nature damage. Ice to everybody. Actually, I think more valuable to do this. They're not shuffling me. Hello, Cookie Master. And then fire. Ice, nature to the front. Nature to the front's kind of bad news for us. Kills whatever it hits. I guess we'd rather lose that. Okay. Skip first room. No, can't skip first room. Love proc on rogue was nice, yeah. Oh, you're slower still. Rip. Thought I might get one action off by switching their locations, but I didn't. Okay. Not much. Can pick up a gargoyle, it does bleed damage. It's another type of dot. This thing has been really good for doing nature damage, but really hard to keep alive. I could use another dude. More stacking poison. Both succubuses do that, but the succubuses kind of transition to fire as the run goes on a little bit longer. We're gonna have a lot of elementals, probably not that many skeletons. I feel like this guy falls off super hard because his HP doesn't scale. His resist profile is really good though. Try him. Need a couple people at some point. Merchant or doctor. Doctor does nothing for us. Merchant probably does nothing for us. Can't sell it. Let the merchant only buy. I guess technically we doctor, but in 2 weeks time we've already made up that HP loss, so it's entirely pointless. All right, we'll look at the merchant. More mortar. Fire skeleton or the ghost. I don't remember what fire skeleton upgrades to. But this dude cost me 60. Let's get a merchant card. Could also try the other fire trap. Maybe we try upgrading 3 traps. We're dealing with heroes who are immune to stuff. All right. Event. Generate 30 tears from 15 blood seems good. I know the mortar's only back. But there will be poison immune fucking heroes. Event or alchemist. Alchemist not super helpful. We are doing all blood, so converting blood to tears is alright, and converting blood and tears to gold right now is actually really good. Maybe we do want to do that. Alright. I want 30 of these, like that. Okay. Veterans, 100%. How are our people? Unleveled is how our people are. Heal. Heal, heal, heal. Okay. fire damage. I want to dot them early. The succubus is generally pretty good for that. We want to resist. This is fire, air, nature. It's really good resist. This is fire, nature, air. I don't mind the Yeti getting beat up though. Like this then, I guess. Okay. Veterans it is. Let's see what's coming our way. Touch my face a few more times in case there's any coronavirus here. I can spread it into my eyes, etc. Alright. High nature resist. No. Low nature. Medium nature. High fire. They heal morale. They don't. And they don't. Okay. Alright, what type of damage? Air to the front. Fire to the front. Air and fire. That was our skeleton we didn't play, right? Succubus is kind of air and fire. I don't know if I survive this though. And then ice everywhere. We do go ahead of that at least. Behind that though. So this guy will hit me for 40 fire, which will only take 20 of it. We'll have taken extra damage from this though. We'll take 21. And then we'll take 20. Having taken 41. Then this guy will hit us for 21 ice damage, which becomes 30. So we'll die off that. And then we won't eat this attack. Eat that attack there. Well, I've gotten an action off though, which might be just good enough. Doesn't spread past this, so we're only spreading these 2 locations. That's okay. Fire and air. They have shuffle somewhere? Oh, they do have shuffle. Fuck that. Alright, who else could be okay in the front then with fire? Kinda you. You're gonna get wrecked by this if it attacks us. One attack off with this good enough? Not really. Oh. So, not the back. Not the back. Can I slow them enough to make this worth anything? Yeah, I can. 45, actually. Let's try that. Okay. Furnace. Okay. No shuffles here. Did we even survive that? 20 damage, ice resist. Maybe. Survive long enough to attack once. Okay. Fucking slow. Forgot about that. Still got our action, that's okay. We can set that slow back out. Get our normal speed here with this unit. Not sure it matters. Doesn't kill him though, so maybe it's okay. Not okay. Rip. Alright. Alright, do we want a bone catapult? Fuck no. Magical brambles upgrade? Yeah. That's the one I use the most. It's too bad I'd also like the gold upgrade. But 2 spell rooms too. Double resist debuffing is amazing. Alright. We have a little bit of cash, but not a ton. There's a trainer later, but also a course there. A workout there. An event here. Probably still rolling on the trainer. What do we want here? We want... The succubus is getting upgraded is a big deal. Same with the fire elemental. Fire elemental burn goes to... it's not that one. It's level 3 then it gets it. Still a big deal. So upgrade fire resist once. We get 2 more. 1 more. Under 100 we would get more. It's 300 for this thing going to 4. Pretty sure it has almost no use for us. Do we save 375 for the level 2 upgrade? Or do we try to invest a bit more here? Get a dirt cheap here, but it's kind of bad. 225, too much. 200 here. You get these 2 actually, that's not terrible. I bought this skeleton mage and he's dirt cheap to upgrade, presumably because he's bad. I don't mind this. Okay. Let's get an event for a lot of cash, please. They're fighting. Okay. Can't afford either of these. Feels real bad. And take another event. Jesus, Xanadu. It's fucked up. That was quick, too. How long was he sick for? No. We know what's happening. Burying our heads in the sand and acting like it's not happening isn't helping anything. Hospital for 4 days. Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Sorry to hear that. Alright, where from here? Nature and air resist. We want to split those 2. The resist profiles are the same. Fire resist on both these. Like that, I guess. Maybe heal here. Heal there. Also nature and air. Can heal there then. Okay. Could be really greedy and heal there. What is the fight we're having? Actually, it doesn't change anything. Healing there. Okay. Yeah, don't spread that shit around. It's nasty right now. Alright, no ninjas here, although the herbalist is fairly resistant as well. They have a lot of healing actually here. Starting with the dots is fine. Any of them immune to traps? No. They're all very resistant to fire though. This might actually be around for the mortar. Doing physical, fire to the front, and nature to the back. Fire to the front and physical. Nature to the back. We want more attacks out of this. Do we care? Physical bleeds are very bad there. So maybe we want this unit to die. Okay. They're not shuffling me that I'm aware of. Do we want to hit this dude with a... No, we want to hit level 4 furnace. Okay. actually like ice here. Okay.
I'm waiting for you.
Try to steal my glove. Too bad they didn't want my merchant card. I would have sold them my merchant card in a heartbeat. Rip skeleton. Still up? Crazy man. So I did forget this unit applies a nature debuff. Maybe swapping the other locations would have been better. The other order, I mean, of the traps. I think we get one more attack back there. You're not gonna die. Oh, that's really unpleasant. You're gonna get healed half now. Unfortunate. Should be able to barbecue them here. Frozen arm to the front kills the barbarian. Another mortar. Back to this ice elemental. Or cash. We do really need cash right now. I don't like this ice elemental. I haven't found ice to be a very powerful attacking line. And I haven't found ice debuffs to be worth much of anything. Alright, quick trainer. Did I miss somebody here? I did. Am I okay with that? Maybe. Can back out. What do we have? 225. Just getting the fire elemental would be fine. Okay. Plunder a business trip. Business trip. We can grab Miraculous Pill. Not that exciting. Sending our Earth Elemental off for cash is quite exciting. Alchemist or event. Getting some money for the course would be really nice, so we're going to do that. Alchemist. It's been costing us $375, so we're going to go to $450. Okay. Take a look at the course roll. Ice skeleton, sure.
Stronger.
Alright, stronger heroes. We're getting a champion if we want to take the fight. I think we do. I think we're still fairly strong right now. These two need to be split. Could run him there, heal there. That's okay as well. Split our fire resist. Split our ice resist. This unit's kind of fodder. Let that be. Take the champion. Go. Alright, what is the champion? The Lich champion. We haven't really dealt with this thing yet. The Necro. So the Necro is not resistant to either damage types we do, nor is this. No, this is resistant to fire. We get a room in there. We can make...
Another poor fool, lost in time and space.
Thank you, Pastoral Muppets, for the Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate the support. Sorry for the down tone, but I think it's worth thinking about. pretty un-ice resistant too. I think we can just walk in here with Poison Cloud. That seems okay. They don't have any healing, so just dots, 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 dots. I guess we have any poison resist debuffs? Not really. And the spell room is after all the traps, so it makes no difference except for the number of times it takes. I guess we get more damage out of the poison up front. So maybe we want the fire ticking first, but it's pretty kind of just whatever logic. All right, hitting me for ice in the back, physical in the front, and air in the back. Pretty resistant there. I don't think they're shuffling us. I'd like to attack before dying. Speed 25, speed 20. Doing some damage versus debuffing them. I don't think debuffing them helps. Okay. Ah, thanks, Black Loken. Yeah, the air tech was very, very fun. I enjoyed that immensely. I don't know if I'm done with it or not. I had that playthrough going. That's going very well. Needed a little break was all. All right, they're doing ice and air to the back. It's pretty bad news for all of us. Which one goes first? The air. Yeah. Talking about the corona. Yes, the corona. Fucking with everyone these days, isn't it? Alright, frost damage seems fine. Does infection spread backwards? It does. We go ahead of them already, so we probably don't get any value out of even attempting to do that. Does this guy survive a round? He does, nice. Does he get to act again? Holy crap. So our group dies here. That's all right. They did pretty well. Did a lot of damage to them for the first room. Applies multi-action to the next trap. Huh. Haven't seen this item before. Yeah, we still only get... I mean, what's the difference between 2 fully leveled traps and a trap going twice? I guess it lets me be a little bit more resistant to a certain damage type. Level 4, it's 3 activations. That's strong. This guy was very good though as a fire caster. Like very good. Don't want that. It's between these. I like to play with this. This would let us be a little bit more... I think we're going to take this. I'd like the big guy, but I think that lets us play around resistances a little bit better, like immunities. All right, merchant workout or event. I think I'm really down on workouts right now. So we could do event, black market maybe. Hire him for 125, sure. Repair my mortar for 150. Or wait 5 weeks, that's fine. All right, black market for some scrubs. Who has not been getting any value for us right now? The guy we just bought for 125 can sell for 200. Seems okay. 2 weeks for an event. Oh shit! I forgot that I couldn't individually sell, and I have to group sell all the ones. Oh well. It's probably about the only one I wanted to sell anyways, but maybe not. All right. This is air and nature resist. It's a fodder unit. Doesn't have to heal, but be nice to. What are we facing? We're facing veterans. Fire, fire. Quasi fire. Can we be this greedy for veterans? Let's be this greedy for veterans. Okay. Alright, doing air, nature, and fire. They're going to shuffle us to get our first group before any traps. They are resistant to nature at 85% and nature at 50%. Might be time to double. Oh, dude, where's my second trap? There. Double fire trap. Maybe. Alright, the rogue is extremely fast. This guy's moderately fast. Front for 75. This thing's not going to be alive by then, right? So if we do that, oh, we get shuffled. So anywhere but the back. Anywhere but the front. Okay. Give them a lure. Debuff their resist, then hit them with fucking 1,000,000 fire damage. Seems sexy as hell. Alright, then they're going to be fireboned and burning as they enter into here. They do a lot of frontal air damage. We're pretty resistant here. Area fire damage. Okay.
I'm waiting for you.
Sounds hot. Thank God it's the no more tree jokes though. The tree jokes are the worst today, chat. Alright. Does the nuke spread back? Kind of. Don't want to debuff their damage. Maybe. There's too many rounds of damage to care to work out. Looks like it didn't matter at all. Pretty nature resistant. Not fire resistant. Looks like it made no difference whatsoever. Okay. Heat wave. Apply fire vulnerability. Yes. Apply magic vulnerability. Apply fire. Apply fire again. Dude, lure seems pretty strong. Apply fireball. Apply magma ball. Got armor, max life, or power. We're trying to believe that power affects spell damage, but we don't really believe it. Maybe just max life. I want to believe. Okay. Alright, doctor, engineer, engineer. We need to upgrade our lure. And then we need to upgrade our lure again, assuming it hits for 350 here. If it hits higher than that, we're going to be really annoyed. 325, okay. Our wood goes strong. No, can't say that on Twitch. It's not legal. Seminar. Don't really give a fuck. Plunder? Yeah. Let's do some plundering. Gold. More gold. Or more gold and maybe a monster. 75% injury, 1 volunteer, 3 weeks. Volunteers get happiness. Happiness helps there, doesn't help there. Here, set a monster free. 1 volunteer, 35%. Same gold. Plunder. Chance of a dude. Got a dude. Nice. Yeah. We're gonna, yeah, we'll triple trap. That's the goal. Trainer versus collectors. We have no money. So as much as I would like to, I'm gonna do the collectors. I'm gonna pay the iron price. And then we've got veterans and snow again. Seems fine. We want a succubus in there. Keep this here. Ice dude there is fine. Toxic dude there is fine. Like this. Seems good. What are the yellow bars under the names? It's kind of like morale. But when they're at 0, they require 10 weeks off. Alright, let's do veterans. Alright, what are these things doing? Immune to nature, immune to nature, immune to nature, very resistant to nature, moderately resistant to nature, all quite vulnerable to fire. Seems like a really good lure again. Alright, we want to light them on fire. We can't do that very well here, unfortunately, because we can't spread fire damage across them. Bleed's okay. They shuffle us, heal a bunch. They're doing nature to the back, nature to everybody, and ice to everybody. So the highest nature resist should be in the back if we can. I don't even think it makes sense to deploy the succubus here. Okay. Then we let them on fire. And we laugh and laugh. It's pretty much standard play is what I'm getting at. And then after that, we want to do more fire damage to them. They do nature to the back. You're nature resistant to the back too. Nature and ice to everybody. Okay. We're supposed to stay inside all year. It's not so much stay inside, it's stay away from people, right? And yeah, you're supposed to do it till our fucking respective governments get their shit together. Alright, poison arrow there is good. Not so great anywhere else. I think we're just happy to poison arrow the back. What is that icon? I don't think we get another turn, but maybe. Felt too lazy to check. Oh, we definitely don't. Okay. Wouldn't have mattered either way. I guess we could do a little bit more ice damage to the back. Hit him with the lure. Oh, we get to ice dot them if we want. They're pretty resistant to ice, but not massively so. Dude, we could set up for double trapping on this guy. Is that useful? I want to do it. Probably not necessary, but I want to see how much it actually ends up doing. I want to see if it triggers twice, for example. So does that tick away? Does it take another turn? No, it doesn't. So we had the debuff for 2 of them. fuck that rogue in particular. Agreed. Would we like cash or one of two useless units? I'll take cash. Got traps to upgrade. Trainer or engineer. We know there's a seminar later, a therapist, and a sanctuary. So we're probably going to end up wanting to go therapist, sanctuary, although we're a little bit short on tiers. So it's probably just engineering, get our trap taken care of. 697 trainer, though. It's the difference between having 3 iterations versus 2, which is a really big deal. It's the whole point of that lure trap, right? Goes from equal to a multiplier. Equal and selective to a multiplier. So we probably want to take engineer. Feels bad not spending any training points, though. Alright, there's our lure. The 4. Okay. Do we want to upgrade another trap now? Like, what does this ice trap do? Nothing. Literally nothing. Okay. Well, we won't be doing that one then. How about this one? Single target. Okay. Therapist time. Therapist helps. Doesn't help. Sure. Okay. Sanctuary. We can play the blood sanctuary. Can't really do anything else. Or a seminar. I don't remember what seminar does. I think it like changes our stats on our hero. I feel like it's kind of like working out, but for something else. I don't quite remember. What does seminar do, chat? Let's take sanctuary. They'll bleed when they come in. Yeah. I wish I'd been able to set the poison dot up or the resist dot up. We're a little short in tiers. I'll take the bleed dot. Choose a buff. Thought that was sanctuary, choosing a buff. Alchemy. Oh, buff to my units, I see. Get a little bit more tiers. Absolutely. 30-30, let's go to 40. And then spend some cash. Okay. Veterans or adventures? Veterans. Do we want them in the ruins? Yeah. Need cash. Alright. Who is available for healing? No one needs to heal. Holy crap. Matters on you. Swing you to there. Split up the fire elemental. These are all fairly fire resistant. Bring in this. Okay. It's nice when the traps do all the work, isn't it? Okay. Buffing a trap seems better than buffing minions. Alright, they walk into our dungeon. They are nature immune. Alright, we're doing the same thing again. So this is lure. Thing. Bait team. We're doing AoE nature damage, backfire damage. So they're shuffling us. And AoE cold. Fire to the back. Honestly, I honestly don't really think it matters what we do here. So a large part of me just wants to throw in fodder here. Okay. Doing fire to the back and cold and nature to everybody. Don't have good fire resist with cold and nature backups. It's a very kind of nasty resist profile. That's closest, I guess. Got. Uh-oh, resisted the trap. Does resisting the trap make any difference? My trap is going to trigger 3 times. It's not an effect they had. I think they just resist the morale shit. I don't think it matters at all. Nature weakness. Eh, 2 more rounds of poison. They're pretty resistant to poison, aren't they? But nature damage or poison damage, it's... I guess I'd rather do the physical. Yeah. Showed as nature damage, but it definitely says it does physical damage there. And the resist was not nature damage either, because this guy's super resistant to that. What's the point? The authors claim we can do nothing. That's not true. No one is claiming we can do nothing. There's a lot of things you can do. But nothing is immediately going to be impactful, right? Like, or rather, it's not that even it won't be impactful. You're not going to solve anything immediately. A lot of these solutions take time to be deployed, be developed, and actually take effect. Just how it is, man. Kind of need to do damage in there. I think this is fine to toxic volley. Got 1 action off in this fight. That's all I really wanted. Exactly. No silver bullets, unfortunately. And some hardship for a lot of people and lots of deaths around the world. Kind of fucked up. So we get 3 fire traps here. Seems busted. So fucking crazy. Alright. And these are the poison immune ones. When we get to do that triple thing versus like non-poison immune ones, is going to be ridiculous. Yeah. Trick is exactly what it's always been from everything we know about this virus, right? Socially isolate, give the fucking healthcare systems time to ramp up their ability to deal with it, us time to develop immunities, and your life's not going to be the same for a while. You're going to be okay. Probably, mostly, most people are going to be okay. It's going to be a lot of deaths from it. And hopefully we're going to have better systems in place for the future for this shit. And our governments aren't going to be so fucking blind about what they've been doing with this. Because it's been pathetic, the response. The US response to this has been pathetic. I won't speak for other countries. But we'll see. Yeah, I almost don't want to play Monsters 7 Fields. Because every time I play Monsters, they have to be healed. Could almost just not do it at all. Just need their rounds. Alright, so we have Trainer. We do need to level a little bit. Plunder for some resources would be good. Our traps are max, so engineering doesn't really do anything. We probably need to start investing in our dudes a little bit. Just don't have a lot of money. Yeah, I read that. I'm trying not to be partisan about it one way or the other. It's just clearly we were unprepared as a nation for this. There's a lot of experts coming and being like, hey, we talked about this years ago. Like, I read the one recently. It was some horror story of like, there was a paper published on it or exactly on this like exact type of virus with the exact type of origin, with the exact type of kind of like threat pattern. And it just was like ignored kind of thing. And that's typical human short-sightedness, right? Like, don't do anything until you're absolutely forced to kind of thing. That's a bit sad. And it's costing lives now. Do we want these succubuses out? They're a little bit flexible because they're nature or fire, both of which are good for us. I do like leveling them. They get better with their HP, and it matters. No cash left to level anything except the bait unit. I think that's a no. Yeah. I don't know, and it's, again, like, who knows? I'm not there making those decisions, and I get to be pointing fingers afterwards, and I want no part of any of that, but I mean, it's pretty clear it's pretty clear this is worse than it needs to be because of how it's been handled, and that sucks. It sucks a lot. All right, event. Do we wish this guy for 500? Oh, I can't afford it. I played the game a lot. 3 days now. Event again. I've started to strike. They're not getting any money from me. The tree head's striking. Holy shit. There should be a third option. Execute them for cash. Okay. When did I start playing this game? 3 days ago. Alright, who needs healing? Those two. It's fine. That dude. Fire resist spread across there. Ice resist spread across there. Probably move there to there, like that. Okay. Veterans again. Stronghold veterans, yeah. Yeah, and it's incredible to see some of the responses. I know it's a different level of scale and a different level of kind of social organization, but like you see like the Singapore response and you're just like, ah. So that's how you could do it. I think the last I heard, Singapore was 0 deaths, which is fucking crazy good. All right, what are these things? These things are fairly vulnerable to both types. We don't necessarily have to do... I mean, what if we just triple poison cloud on that one? Is that enough damage going into it? So here we're going to give them fire bone. Maybe it's better just to do the damage. How does the armor spread here? Dodges the effect of the first trap. That ability makes me really want to do triples. Okay, the first fight here is frost to the front, frost everywhere, and fire to the back. What's better for us? Triple poison's gotta be better, right? And then it's frost to the front, fire to the back. Frost everywhere. Okay.
I'm waiting for you.
Heat wave it up. Shuffled to the location we wanted. Affection both them or fire both them? Here it's got to be fire both them, right? So much fire bone right now. Punch the guy in front. Slow them down is okay as well. Punch the guy in front. Or spread the damage out to back. It's okay too. Nature weakness going into the next room is death for that unit. Corona when? Probably not anytime soon. I don't have a lot of outside contact right now. But who knows? Tough to say. We got takeout yesterday for my wife's birthday. Does that mean rip? Who knows? The frog is definitely the MVP of our team. Would I like to upgrade brambles again? Yeah, when we get second spell room, getting resistances reduced for 6 turns with a shit ton of traps seems really powerful. Okay. Merchant engineer event. The guy leveled up all on his own. Congratulate him. Nice. Sanctuary business trip. I need resources, but Sanctuary is really good. So we're probably going to run that. We have resources to buy them too. Enemy resist penalty coming in and enemy dot penalty coming in. Can I get them both? I can get them both. Can I get them both? Let's run that one. Only let me get one, I guess. What is that in the top left corner? Not sure what this thing here? The debuffs that the enemies get when they walk when they start. We need tears again. So we want to transition blood to tears. Okay. Workout. I mean, no. Capture for 150 gold is super good right now. And a champion. These guys are sitting out. That's fine. We got a mixed resist profile there. This is fire resist. We mix that up. Let's run like this. Champion it is. Okay. Should have put Noob from K in there. I don't know why I left him over there accidentally. Yeah, I missed it. Alright. This guy is immune to nature. Pretty much. I don't know if we've seen this yet. Removes 3 stacks from each penalty applied to her at the start of each turn. That's such a bull. This is like the other. This is a counter unit to dots. Give me a break, man. Can't focus her. She's in the middle. She does AoE nature damage at 60 damage. How the fuck do we stop that? Refuse to engage with her? Does it even help to... Can't target her. You can't really target who you attack in this game. It doesn't really work that way. I'm trying to decide if it even makes sense to deploy units here. Like, we don't trap till after this. Is there a benefit in having units down there? They don't heal. Damage is damage. It's true, I guess. She's not super fast either. 75. Faster than us, though. $55 ice, 80 nature. Okay. Does 60 sweep. A sweep of 60 with 35% modifier and a bloodlust. So bloodlust already makes it 30% damage, doing 80. 80 modified by another third is like another 25 on top. Is 105. It kills that outright. The wind elemental can be here. This thing will die outright too, but goes first. So I can at least deal with the shuffle that's there. We're dead to the double sweep. It's a double sweep, man. This unit dies too. Wow. I mean, we're not actually doing damage. We're going to get one cast. Either a small amount of damage to the front line or very, very small amount of damage as an AoE. They're both immune to ice. Jesus. All right. So we have to fire damage them to death. That's the only way we're going to do anything here. And that's not going to work, right? But that's the plan. And we're sticking to it. All right. So when we do fight, they sweep our board with Frost and Nature. We want to stand behind this dude. Frost and Nature is really bad for us. Okay. No units, no turns taken is not quite right. Every time you enter a room, it takes a tick of the dots. I don't know if it doesn't take turns though. So like you're right, like the effects that apply on a turn don't apply there. So we can just ping this guy in the face. I don't know if it matters. I think doing damage there is better. Although applying Demoralize reduces their damage taken for 2 rounds. But so what? Like next round, I think that's fine. Doing any ice damage to the unit that's going to kill us seems... I mean, look how much damage we did. I don't know, does it... Why is there a counter unit of being applied to us each time? About to do fire damage to them, right? So might as well do physical. Here comes a triple fire. This does not look good. That unit might be something we can kill with the Enchantress herself, though. Maybe. Since she does AoE damage. Fire and air. Actually fairly weak to fire and air. Maybe this is the time we don't apply elemental resist. That was very close though. Another like level of that, like the next level of that unit will definitely beat us, since I can't do any damage to it. Ah. Crystal Skull is interesting, but this guy's really good for the elemental build, so we're gonna take this guy. No, we're not taking Mouth Shitter. That one's no good. Alright. Promotion for another spell room, presumably. We have an additional spell room in dungeons. Applies elemental weakness to heroes when they enter spell rooms. Applies poison when they enter spell rooms. I always hesitate about this. The thing about elemental weakness is we are casting that already when they enter the room, right? It is nice to have it before we cast so we get the damage from it. But I kind of feel like this is poison again. A lot of poison resistant things though. Okay. Is it weird that you still like watching my EU4 tutorial? No, a lot of people like watching the older stuff. This is, I think, one of the benefits of being a variety streamer is we create a ton of different content, a ton of different genres, with a ton of different people ideally. And some of it's really good, and some of it has some lasting, some legs to it, which is nice. All right, chat, I need water. I'll be back briefly, and we'll continue with year 2 of this playthrough. Back in a second. Okay, so veterans. This is one of the weeks that surprises me. There seems to be a ramping up of difficulty in between the last week and this week. Our units are very low level, and the problem with low level units is really their survivability. They don't often get around. Sometimes they just don't get around because they don't have enough health. Spread our fire, resist out. We have picked up our new dude, Mora X, the Infernal Guardian here. Kicking ass. I think does a lot of fire damage. Noob from K in, put Mendoza in. Fodder units, let these guys heal. Idhot Watt can come in. I guess we're gonna let Najoran heal then. Run that there. Okay. Alright, veterans it is. Let's go. Poison bleed, demoralize, and enrage. Yeah. So I saw some questions about this thing about, okay, so here's the problem with that resist one versus poison one, right? So it's only when they enter a spell room. So like for here, both my traps are before the spell room. So voning them doesn't do shit. And then the other problem is when they're in a spell room, I'm always casting Brambles already. And Brambles is already, I think it's at this level, it's a 6-turn debuff for spell resist. And the spell resist doesn't get, the resist debuff doesn't get bigger. It's still only 20. So the problem I had is I was like overstacking resist debuff last time I chose that and not getting any value out of it. At least I get some small value out of the poison. All right, these things are nature resistant, fire immune. All 3 of them are basically fire immune. So we'll run, and the traps are set up really nicely for us actually. So we'll go lure into frog, I guess. I wish I had brought the elemental that debuffs nature, but this will do. We can spread nature damage to both them if we don't die. Are we getting shuffled? We're not. They are dealing ice damage to us at speed 85. Is it enough to kill us? 24 is not. Okay. Honestly, I think just fodder units here is fine. We're not going to get value out of this. We're never going to get a second cast, for example, and we only care about doing damage to the middle and fire. They're basically immune to fire. Pretty sure it doesn't matter which order they go in since they don't get to cast. Yeah, elemental resist is just duration. It's just 20 for duration, I believe. Okay. They're going to be doing physical to us. Fire. Fire's not very good for us here, unfortunately. Let's hope our traps have done good damage. Traps and spells. Okay. That's what we put 3 units in this room for. It was a single cast of a dot. And time for everything to tick. Tick, tick, tick. Alright. Have 3 frogs to the face. Have a magic debuff for 8 rounds. Still 20 resist though. Have poison. Have a fireball. Have elemental read this debuff. Furnace, gold, or a dude we don't need. I'll take gold. Okay, we took some wounds. Engineer, merchant, event. None of this helps us particularly. Do we need to start investing in more people? I feel like we need to level the people we have more than we need to invest in more people. Although even that maybe is not true. Oops, I should figure out where they want to go in a minute. We're going to take engineer here. No, it's engineer. We're going to take event here, excuse me. 150 gold. Yeah. Let's do course. Elemental to level 3, sure. Be nice. Event. Elementals have a 20% chance to apply 1 additional effect stack. I think that's not very good for us. I mean, that's an elemental. That's an elemental. We have, and that's an elemental. I mean, we're not going to ignore it, so I guess we're taking it. Okay. I don't think it's very good for us. 2 trainers next week, so we'd love to come out of this with some cash. All right, we're going to take veterans again, and we want to have some options here. Let's fire in the front. And then a little bit of ice. And some poison, potentially. Okay. Veteran it is. I kind of looked at that, Selec. The only frost trap though is a frost trap that does frost damage but not a frost dot and reduces frost resist for future frost damage, which I guess maybe is helpful if you're triple nuking, but maybe isn't. I don't know. I also don't know what happens. I think you're only allowed 6 traps. I don't know what happens if you buy a 7th trap when you have 6. All right, what is this? This is a knight. He's immune to physical. It's a rogue. He's immune to poison, and this is a dude who's immune to traps. So we're gonna walk in and get fire debuffed. Okay. And they're going to walk in here. We're going to spread fire to these two. With you. They're not shuffling us. They do ice to the back, nature everywhere, and physical to the front. Speed 25 is very slow. Speed 95 is fairly slow. We can get 2 casts of the succubus if we use this. We just need a unit to eat this attack. That's fine. Do I want to apply poisons here? Poison's better than fire. Not to these two, clearly, but should I just run this instead, the archer? It's nature damage to everybody. Probably bad. They're going to be fire debuff, though. He's going to be at 20 fire. He's going to be at negative 65 fucking fire. Do we act ahead of the night? We do. Do we care about getting hit between once and twice? Could just throw the stacks up. Let's run that. Alright, then we'll lure them. Then we'll debuff their spells. Then we'll waste units needlessly because my trap is way the fuck back here. Question mark, design dungeon dude. We're gonna take a bunch of wounds this fight for no reason because the traps are in stupid locations. Okay, they're pretty weak. These two are pretty weak to frost. This guy's got a lot of health too. Doing ice damage to the back rank. Doing poison damage to everything. Okay. Bleed is pure damage. I'm not sure. Bleed, I think, is physical, actually. So they're going to have gone through another. They'll be debuffed here and debuffed there. We can debuff nature. Is that what this spell does? No, it debuffs specifically elemental resist. Is triple poison good enough here? Maybe not for the rogue. Is triple fire good enough? No, it's triple poison. Go.
I'm waiting for you.
It's kind of awkward with the way the trap's placed. We're not going to have enough time for the bleeds to tick. We'll see. Maybe we'll have enough stuff starting that it's not going to matter. Why are they bloodlusted? This guy bloodlusted them. Oh, get fucked, filthy. Alright. I see. I always forget the bloodlust. This is a new unit from us the night, but it's just basically a berserker with pants. Alright, so putting units in was entirely worse than not putting units in here. And we might be fucked here. Nature and frost. He's very weak to those. We're gonna do 1,000,000 damage with that, and then he's gonna take a shit ton of nature damage. That might be enough to kill him. I better hope it is, because that's the way we are gonna survive this. Great. Alright, and I'm definitely being a little lazy because I refuse to calculate either of those. We would like to do more damage off our traps. I guess. That could be helpful. Okay. I mean, our units literally didn't last in a single round. All 6 of them died before acting. With the fucking Berserk AoE buff. Which is a little painful. Alright, do we have cash? We have a little bit of cash. We're definitely training here. Lure Frog is carrying us. $400 for that. 250, 250. It's 500. It's not quite enough. Can we triple promote at all? We can triple promote if we go that. I need this promoted though. This 250 as well? It is. Alright, so we go train, train, train. Need cash again. Business trip it up. We need cash. Am I willing to send you away for... Oh my god. Cog 3? Yeah, go get me Cog 3. Okay. Another business trip. 216 cash or Bewitched Glove. Increased chance of the heroes having negative resist. On Glove 2. I need cash though. But I don't know if I can have both my succubuses be away this long. Alright, give me Glove. I don't think we have enough for course here. 250. I think it's always going to be 300 plus. So we'll take a vent. Do we want to buy a mortar? No. I don't want mortar too.
You have returned.
Thank you, Fudginator, for the 14 months. Alright. It's veteran time. We're short people after that farce of the last fight. Okay. We're up to Bewitched Glove 2, Cog 3, which is pretty nice. Do veterans again. Okay. What's this mortar scale? The problem with mortars is not AoE, it's just single target, and single target fire back, which is kind of rough. Alright, what do we got? We've got a Berserker, no pants. Has a shirt though. Killing monsters give morale back. Heals after first fight. Okay. We have a fight before anything else. They shuffle, they don't shuffle. They're doing fire to the back, air to the back. Fire everywhere, air to the back, physical to the front. Air to the back. Fire everywhere. It will spread all the way back. They're resistant to nature and fire, but less so to nature. Okay. All right. Gonna lure. Yep. Lure, then debuff them, then fight. The fight doesn't really matter. Maybe we even shouldn't fight here. 624 health though is quite a lot. Maybe we try to get around in. Air damage to the back. Does that matter? They're all like fucking super fire resistant. I'm not even sure this matters. Hate throwing units into the blender when I don't need to. Can we get away? I really need to not take damage on the hero though, so we'll see. Just feels like this is just gonna clear this out. They have 3 rounds of taking massive amounts of poison damage. Yeah.